The rain had been falling for hours, cold, relentless, and unfeeling. Beneath the gray sky, deep in the woods just beyond the city's edge, a woman stood trembling, clutching a bundle close to her chest. Her shoes were soaked, her clothes were thin, and her heart was shattering with every passing second. In her arms, 2 tiny infants whimpered softly, oblivious to the impossible decision unfolding. She whispered something through choked sobs, kissed each of their foreheads, then gently laid them down on a dry patch beneath an old tree. Her name was Samina. A single mother, penniless and homeless, she had run out of options. She had searched every corner of the city for shelter, knocked on countless doors, but no one cared. Her only job had been taken away after she missed a shift to nurse one of the twins through a fever. No money, no food, no hope. "I'm so sorry. I love you, please forgive me," she murmured. Then, without looking back, she turned and walked away. But she wasn't alone. A man had been jogging along the trail nearby, taking an early morning break from the cold boardrooms and the sterile, polished glass towers he called his life. That man was Asher Khan, CEO of a multinational tech firm and one of the youngest self-made millionaires in the country. He was used to dealing with billion-rupee investments and boardroom politics. But nothing had prepared him for what he saw that morning. He had slowed down as soon as he heard the muffled cries through the trees. And then he saw her, this broken woman, barely more than a shadow, leaving behind 2 tiny lives. He stood frozen, uncertain whether to intervene. But as soon as she disappeared into the trees, he rushed forward. There, wrapped in a faded cloth, lay 2 newborns, twins. A boy and a girl. Eyes barely open, faces pale from the cold. Asher didn't think. He pulled off his jacket, wrapped them carefully, and called emergency services. The next few hours were a blur. The hospital, the inquiries, the paperwork. The babies were placed in temporary care. The story went viral, abandoned twins saved by billionaire CEO. But Asher couldn't shake the image of the woman. Her pain. Her desperation. It haunted him. He used every resource to find her. And he did. Samina was sleeping in a bus shelter near a food distribution center when one of Asher's people found her. When he arrived to meet her in person, she was terrified, thinking she'd be arrested or worse. But instead, Asher knelt in front of her, looked her in the eyes, and said, "They're safe. Your babies are safe. I saw everything. I want to help." She didn't believe him at first. Why would a man like him care about a woman like her? But Asher didn't leave. He returned the next day. And the next. Eventually, Samina began to trust him. He got her a place to stay, arranged therapy, and most importantly, he made sure she had access to her babies. Not as charity, but as a second chance. There were challenges. Child Protective Services I.